Can you hear it? Can you hear it now? Well, you shouldn't be able to. And why? Because we are inside of the Cadillac ELR, which according to GM stands for absolutely nothing. As far as I'm concerned, though, it stands for Electric Luxury Ride. And we're going to tell you the top 10 things you need to know about it right now. Number 1, you've got paddles here on the steering wheel, and those aren't to change gears, but in fact it slows the car down. It's part of the regenerative braking system. It is the optimal way to capture power back into the battery. This will work also through the brake pedal. However, I should note, and this is indicative of regenerative braking systems, this brake is very squishy. It feels very soft. So you really got to hammer it down to come to a complete stop. Number 2, there are 4 driving modes. There's Tour, Sport, Mountain, and Hold. Tour, everyday driving. Sport, the accelerator is a little bit more sensitive, suspension firms up. Mountain, engine runs in full blast and you get the most battery recovery. Idea being is that you're driving in a hilly scenario. Hold is, say you're doing highway driving, you put it in hold, you get off the highway, you turn it off hold, and then you use the battery power. So it doesn't use any battery power when you're on the highway. Number 3, range and charging time. You can get about 35 miles on the electric and 300 on the gas. That said, it will take probably 4.5 on a kind of the fast charger, and somewhere probably about 9 hours, give or take, on a regular, plug-in everyday at home charger. When you charge the ELR and you plug it in at home, you can not only decide when you want to charge the car so you reduce your cost off-peak hours, but you can also pick to charge when there's renewable energy sources on the grid. I've not done this, I've only been told this, but apparently that is a new feature. Number 4, under the hood there are 2 sources of power, a 1.4 liter engine which then powers or provides juice to the electric powertrain and batteries. Total horsepower is 202, 295 pound-feet of torque, and that gets this vehicle 0 to 60 in about 8 seconds. Number 5, Q. They've improved it. How? It's faster. And that is probably the biggest pain point of the previous iterations and in other cars from Cadillac. Number 6, there are no handles on the ELR. To open the door, there's a button. To open the trunk, there's a button. To open the glove box, there is a button. Number 7, the interior. You have leather, micro suede, and carbon fiber inlays sort of all over the place. And I believe that it's actually very reflective of the price, the premium that you're at in the ELR. And there's also a Bose audio system, which sounds pretty kickin'. But that's not all. There's also Bose active noise cancellation, which kills some of the hum. Like if you're on the highway, it will reduce some of that consistency that you get off the road. And the result is an exceptionally quiet cabin. Number 8, the battery. You've got, much like in the Vault, the battery pack runs through the center of the car, makes a nice low center of gravity. And what's important to know is that they're liquid cooled, which is ideal because it keeps it at an optimal temperature, which in turn means you always get the maximum amount of power out of them, and you're not subject to the exterior elements. In the front, there's no radiator, but there are vents, and they open and close as needed. Number 9, safety features. There's adaptive cruise control. There is lane assist, tells you if you weave out of your lane. There's blind spot monitoring. There's also a rear view camera and sensors in the front and back. If you're in reverse, can't see what's coming from left and right, show a little indicator on the screen and also vibrate your seat. And last, and sort of least, on the left here, if you pull back on what is the blinker stick, it'll actually flash the lights and honk a small, not a big, but a small horn. And number 10, There is a full array of LED lights, not just in the front, not just in the back, but in both, which is apparently a first in a production car. ELR. It's on the road. I'm Chris Acosta. Have a wonderful day.